I have finally returned to Rosekill Sandbox. Unfortunately, we got train removals. As we're gonna be seeing the change log, we're seeing for the changes and improvements for the content. I think for the real brands on majority of North American trains, and more trains to be done, unfortunately. And in addition, for some frictional brands on North American trains as well. Many new bug fixes and added ambience and reverb settings in the weather menu, which means looks like real brands for majority of North American trains, including like those things as well. Back in the day, that the PKP was being removed, and addition was absolutely nothing as well. That unfortunately, that was not going to be such as one thing. And we're today, let's look at the lineup. Let's look at the lineup as well. So, as you can see, everything was too many brands as well, and changed everything as well. Not the North American trains like this thing. Locomotive brands could be next, and it was a yes for such as Lima Locomotive Works, the Baldwin Locomotive Works, the EMD Electromotive Diesel, General Electric, Alco, and so much more, such as Siemens. So let's just head over to play for very right now every scene for some sort of like these and removal for all of the brands and see this, and that is absolutely the number 3751. Unfortunately, all of the brands have just removed because some sort of, according to the DMCA Strikes, unfortunately something is absolutely that someone or some of the real companies is going to sue Roblox, including the railroad companies, because I know this is absolutely going to be real. The first thing, it was actually for on real cars or some sort of a real cars from Grand Theft Auto and multiple car brands around the world, such as Lamborghini, Ferrari, Koenigsegg, and Pagani, like any more of those automobiles as well, and they're being licensed by 2024 or 2023 back in 1 year ago. And now trains? So we're gonna be possible that like additional as well, so it won't be pretend. Unfortunately, that does not pretty exist to do this as well. The first thing was the top speed like anything as well, and locomotive showcase is unfortunately. So am I able to add for some sort of a dealership or something? And then it was not. So we're going to load it up as well instead of clearing for one ourselves to do this as well. So the first thing that I'm going to be spawn as many locomotives as well, and let's see, we check around for the locomotives as well. Unfortunately, most trains are blank where branding reasons are working to restore decals, which means we still have old trains, and unfortunately that one train has finally been removed, which includes for Red Lake and more steam engines as well, including electric trains. As we scroll down, we still have any cargo nets as well, or being renamed or changed. Dummy units has been updated or changed as well, so things have just slightly updated, unfortunately, which might able to include coaster, like anything, including brands and transportation units or brands like anything as well, except special engines that we got might able to be removed in the future. That something is absolutely recalled to the game called Rosekill Sandbox, and the expansions packs as well. Union Southern, like the Union Pacific as well. What is this? The Milwaukee Road or some sort of for the Pioneer. I mean, Norfolk Southern as well. And what about for something like these Southern as well? Rockford Lines as Spinach Co. is still absolutely on one thing as well, including for more expansion pack as well, except narrow gauge and steam locomotives as well, still having it for such as USA's as well, including for some sort of steam engines as well. So we still have any GP9 locomotives as well, and it has officially updated one of those locomotives. So the first thing we're going to spawn as one, and it's going to be right over here as fast as we possibly do. So let's hear the engine sound, and it still does work. And why everything is absolutely so blank as anything as well. All of the locomotives and their companies are all blank as well. Looks like everybody is leaving row scale Sandbox today, that unfortunately all real brands have completely removed, as we've seen around for just I expected. So that did an update around of those locomotives or something. So especially I might going to remove a train as well. So yep, we still have the West Rail locomotive as well. And we still have old nostalgia trains have still exist. Because unfortunately, all of the railroad brands have been removed, such as Union Pacific, Southern Pacific, Norfolk Southern, BNSF, Milwaukee Road, Canadian Pacific. I mean, they're still actually Canadian National. We still have any trains that we got here for today. So I just put around for this locomotive and didn't see the brand like anywhere as well. So we definitely sure that we still need to find absolutely, we still have any Southern Pacific trains as well. And I guess not. This is what actually it's not going to happen. But things are just actually even got a little bit happened as well. So we have for a Southern Pacific engine as well. And where is the scheme looks as isn't real, but unfortunately it's gone. It's not working anymore. But unfortunately all locomotives, including Canadian Pacific locomotives, including Burlington Northern, and like ourselves, such as BNSF. And what about that something is absolutely changed the locomotives, the entire locomotives. That something is absolutely changed for the entire schemes as well. If that is something, see this, we still have anything as well. In Burlington Northern, Santa Fe. We still have Santa Fe as well. And because as you can see this, BSSF, which means the real reason it was the BNSF, includes for the ATSF. Oh, where is the Etchin Topeka? I'm gonna be scrolling down what is actually what happened as well. We have anything as more. We still have any Kansas City Southern, because with the copyright infringement it still exists, that it eventually after defunct around of all of those locomotives, we still have the Kansas City Southern, unlike turns into a GTA locomotives from Grand Theft Auto San Andreas. So I might gotta remove all of the trains, and which includes Amtrak. Is it see it really was? Which is still, we still have Amtrak as well. So eventually that I'm afraid we're gonna be clearing this plot or remove everybody's train as well. So everything is absolutely removed, and sometimes includes for steam locomotives as well. My computer has just gone worse for my performance as well. And as you can see, this plot has spawned for the Amtrak as well. So we still have Amtrak as well, from the Anderson Topeka, Santa Fe, the Alco S6, the Canadian Pacific. We still have any kinds of names that even before this. So it was from over 13 days ago, and especially we still actually spawning as CNW. Then we eventually as the Norfolk Southern. Wait, we still need to see this as well. Did we still have this? We still have Norfolk Southern after we spawn from the slot 1. So we're gonna be spawn something everything as well, such as Burlington Northern, but now it got removed. But now the entire textures has been removed. Did we still have for Burlington Northern? No! We still have Burlington Northern? No! That does not going to be doing this as well. And especially that doesn't going to be using like this thing. And what about the Union Pacific? The entire logos and like these things had been removed except the train numbers. So where did I just try to spawn a train? Is going to be over here or not? So what about this locomotive such as the Dash 8? Well, we still have any locomotive as well. And yes, we still have the United States American flag as well. And what it says building Roblox as well. It was pretty good. Unlike Union System, this is Union Pacific like any of those trains. We still have American flag to do this. And it was a yes. That's pretty good. It still looked to go. As we're looking up the lineup of these trains, which includes all of them. So, you already know about this situation. If we still have any Metrolink, such as the Union Pacific as well, we still have any Metrolink as well? No! We don't have any such as look like words and logos as well, which includes Coaster 2105. And what it says coastline. This is coaster train as well. Frictional as everything. As we absolutely said before, I might gonna be saying thanks for watching. And that is absolutely says. Then remember, the frictional is everything. So looks like we have still Metrolink and a coaster train, which means a yes, but looks like it's absolutely a coaster as well. We still don't have anything as well, so we're clear the entire monster speeders locomotives as well, and we're still going to be spawning something else, which concludes Metra and Caltrain, and I'm going to be spawning this. The Metro logo has been removed, and there is nothing that it's absolutely itself. That renaming of those plots as well, and which includes Caltrain. Where's the Caltrain logo? And where is this? And the word says from San Jose, and now it's really not. And because it's really from San Fierro, from the F40PHs such as Caltrain, and the F59 PHI locomotives were also rechanged as for frictionals as well. So, including for the Amtrak F59 PHIs, including an unknown words as well for such as Metra trains, concludes as possible. So where are the realization locomotives? They were gone. And especially they gone removed as well. Except the schemes. And many more schemes as well. So we're gonna delete the entire locomotives as well. And especially that isn't going to be pretty safe to do so. I'm pretty sure, including the railroad as well, and the CNW locomotives that we got everything from today. But I guess you can see this. It absolutely says CNW, and Uh-oh, looks like there isn't a railroad coach as we possibly to do this. What about the New York Central? We still have the Great and Western. What is this? The Great and Western as well. Where is the CNW? And there must be for the BT and Plains Alvin. What is this? Unlike that, I just spawned the CF7. I'm going to be despawn as well. No. I'm almost going to dead here for this accident as well. I realized everything was actually for nothing the same as well. This is absolutely copyright, includes the Pennsylvania Railroad and the Burlington Railroad as well, Northern as well, or the Milwaukee Northern, the Burlington and Quincy Railroad, Kansas City Southern or like itself, and some sort of the unknown companies as well, like those things. All companies was actually like this. We spawned the Pennsylvania Railroad, the CNW, the Chicago Northwestern, the CBQ, Kansas City Southern, and South. I mean, I'm not sure. That must be absolutely for the C8 units that we absolutely to do this what is possible. So I'm going to clear all of them. So we have for the account identification as well. So we have anything as well for some sort of for the whitelist. We have updated whitelist as well. So we have our smart delete train removals as well, which means I'm gonna delete everything as well. And since all of the companies are just reviewing to remove everything, and what about the locomotive removals, which means a lot. And I don't anything that includes for the New Jersey transit trains. And what is this? This is New Jersey transit trains. It still has for some sort of New Jersey trains as well, including for some sort of a logos. And what does include the stripes as well. So this is actually that is being all removed. All railroad companies are going to remove from Roblox, including everything as well. And what about the American locomotives, such as the United States? Where's the American flag with this locomotive? We still have any American flag for such as for America's conventional. No. What is this real? This is the SO line. This is the SO line locomotive, such as the American locomotive. Unlike the oldest American flag, as we got as possible. Before the end of this video, and what about the BNSF locomotives? And the companies have removed everything, includes Milwaukee Road, Unlikely Northern, Canadian Pacific, and Baltimore and Ohio. What is some sort of a mess is going on out here? And it still have anything as well? What about for some sort of a for an unknown Union Pacific as well? We still have for an LCI BHP bulletin as well, and it's got to be over 10 minutes as possible. And now, which includes for the Burlington Northern Santa Fe. Where are the old locomotives as well? And that sure is the BNSF locomotive. So, I'll never be able to do this, what I just say. And I'm sure we still have NEC. As you can see at the top of the plot controls, we still have the BNSF, and especially from their names. And what does it absolutely going to change the way from itself? Let's gonna get rid of all of those locomotives as well. And let's start spawning steam locomotives as well. Because this is the warning that you've been waiting for. We still have Thomas. We still have Thomas. And yes, we still have any times of Thomas like as well. And what about the Milwaukee Road? Never to be remodeled as well. And what about the Mallard? We still have Mallard as well. So as you can look as well, where's the Mallard logo as well? Which includes British locomotives or British titles or some sort of British words and their names as well. You got to be kidding me as well. And includes for the Great Western Railways, as I put it around here, we still have Great Western Railways to do so. And especially the legacy of those trains we still have. And I'm still absolutely awaiting to dream for some sort of one reason. And what about the Polar Express? Where is the Polar Express that we have to do so? And in case that it was unlockable from the 2023 Christmas edition as well, which includes from the Southern Pacific, and what about the American Freedom Train, which has still exists for today, which I might crash the game as well. And we still have the Lima locomotive as well. And where's the American Freedom as well? And yes, we still have the Polar Express locomotive. I got it from Christmas from the last year. And the rolling stock, where is for some sort of a locomotive as well. So we got some sort of a Santa Fe locomotive we still have. But as you can see, we still have Polar Express to do this. In 3, 2, 1, is this really happens? No, it doesn't. We still have any Polar Express trains. It's still available on this day. And what about the 4449 locomotive? Oh yes, we still have. And we still have. And all of those for the locomotive companies being removed, all of logos from the game except Great Western Railways, the Polar Express, and the American Freedom Train. Yes, we still have anything to do instead of exactly what it is. Because, as you can see here, American Freedom Train. See, that's why I think we're absolutely to the end of this video, of course. Especially that I'm going to be remove everything as well. So, that's it. Anyways, if you like for today's video, but I guess that you're gonna be leaving a like and subscribing and click the bell. Everything changes beyond of its names. And everything was absolutely changed, like everything to do this. Because something is absolutely changed everything. So looks like that Roescale Sandbox had changed everything around of its all logos removed from their real companies except the Polar Express, American Freedom, and the Great Western Railways, including for such as like still many more of this to do so. And I realize the game is linked in the description down below, so you're gonna be playing this for one reason without everything as well. And this is actually a world without real companies from their American locomotive companies, including British companies as well. Thanks for watching, for all your support, and this is gonna be Turbo Concept is signing off, and I'll talk to you mini lads and rail fanners all later. That I'm gonna be see you in the moment in the next few days as well.